Nothing is going right for Premier François Legault. The bad news keeps on coming. This morning, it was Leger confirming what we found out 2 weeks ago when Philippe J. Fournier and Palace Data told us that the CAQ was tanking. The Leger numbers this morning, 31% for the Parti Québécois, 25% for the CAQ. Poll numbers bad. The Premier was asked in the halls of the National Assembly just earlier this morning about those bad poll numbers. This is in French, but you'll get the gist of it. Here's the Premier with reporters.
Je prends toujours toute la responsabilité, mais je vais vous dire, là, oui, je regarde les sondages. Mais actuellement, là, ma priorité, c'est que les enfants retournent à l'école le plus vite possible, qu'on règle les négociations avec les enseignants. On a fait une nouvelle offre pour mieux payer les enseignants, mais ce qu'on demande en échange, c'est de la souplesse. On a besoin de plus de souplesse dans nos conventions collectives pour être capable de donner des meilleurs services.
Si vous aviez
c'est ça.
Plus important auprès de la population, M. Legault, reconnaissez avec moi que vous auriez un rapport de force peut-être un peu plus important dans cette négociation-là.
Oui, bon, écoutez, troisième lien, augmentation de salaire des députés, les Kings de Los Angeles. C'est un ensemble de facteurs, mais je vous le dis, là, ce qui est important pour moi, là, puis moi, j'ai juste une priorité aujourd'hui, puis dans les prochains jours, c'est que les enfants retournent.
So there you go. That's the Premier in that Leger poll, because here's the interesting part of the Leger poll out this morning. Not the numbers, we already knew that. They ask the people why. Why do you dislike and not approve of this government right now? And he went down the list. The Kings, le troisième lien, and that big ol' raise. Let's get Heurtel's analysis. David, how much are you loving this? How much popcorn have you ingested this morning over this story?
Well, it's very interesting, Elias, and good morning. It's funny that he listed some of the reasons, but he stopped at the fourth most important reason that Quebecers listed, which is very interesting to me. And this is, I think, very rare, because number 4 in the top 10 reasons why this complete disintegration of public support. Think about this. In June, satisfaction was at 53%. Now it's at 32%. So this is a very quick slide down that hill. But also, number 4, Elias, and you know it, it is everything having to do with Bill 96, Bill 21, raise of the tuition fees for the English universities. So even that, and that goes beyond support for the Liberals, because the Liberals are at 15%, 22% of Quebecers are saying that is the fourth most important reason why they're not satisfied with the Legault government. So it's not just, quote unquote, the Anglos that support the Liberals that are raising this issue. This is part of the reason why. But what's even more interesting, I think, is that while he's naming Legault, again, taking taking this personally. I'm taking full responsibility. This is me. He's personalizing this again, which psychologically speaking is very problematic in my mind. But also the other thing is that he still thinks that this is, it's about the Kings. It's about the raise for the M&As. But no, what this shows is beyond this. There's a disconnection. Something broke. And we saw with the Trudeau government earlier this year. I remember when I was in the Couillard government, it happened a year before. Something just breaks at some point when you don't take care of the issues that your base and Quebecers really want you to take care of. He's not discussing the economy. He's not dealing with health care. He's not dealing with housing. And so Quebecers are saying, well, hold on a second, what are you taking care of? So it's much bigger than just a couple of issues and putting some Band-Aids. And I'll just end on this. What's very interesting, another announcement this morning, is that the government is going to extend the session, which was supposed to end on Friday, this Friday, and going to extend the session till December 15th. So, and which the official reason is, we want to continue debate to adopt Bill 15 on health care. But I think it's strategically, the Legault government wants to try to start digging itself out of this massive hole.
So I would agree with you because they need to get out of the box where they are deemed to be arrogant, and also they need to be people need to start to think of them again as hardworking. Right now, what we're thinking of is 30% raise. Oh, and their vacation starts on December 8th.
Yeah.
Listen to this, David, because we've got some more audio en anglais. Here's Eric Girard, the finance minister, just moments ago.
I think, first of all, personally, I'm motivated by these results. I think we're going to need to work harder to gain back the trust of Quebecers, and it's a very difficult period. The economy is slowing down, interest rates are high, inflation is high. So we're working very hard to bring the Quebec economy to another level, and that will help in the long run. And we need to improve services, and we're working on that.
The number one unsatisfaction reason is 44% for the lack of improvements in the health care and education system.
Well, that's why we have important legislative reform that are in process, and we're currently in negotiation, and we're working on that too. So there will be improvements, and that's what Quebecers are waiting for.
The Legault government promised too much, was too optimistic.
I think it's very important to be ambitious, and we are for Quebec. Certainly with respect to the economy, we've said it many times, we want to bring it to another level, and that's what we're working on every day. Merci beaucoup.
So there you go, David. To your point, it sort of seems like they need to bring it back to basics and a bit of a rebuilding here. That, hey, we are going to focus on the bread and butter, healthcare, education, economy.
Yeah, I think, and the first admission is we've lost the trust of Quebecers, and that's big. This is actually more to the point, I think, of what's happening to the Legault government than actually the Premier's comments, is that there is a massive distrust of this government taking care of what Quebecers need taken care of by their government. And I think that's what this extension till December 15th is about. They're going to try to get some sort of win. I get the sense they really need to get a deal with the unions so that the turkey conversation over the holidays isn't about health care and not working and the strikes still going and the Kings and the raise. So they're definitely going to have to work on that. But ultimately, I think what all this means also, I'm going to smell, most probably I'm smelling a cabinet shuffle before everybody comes back at the end of January or February. And the other big one is something that we've never heard of since, the Legault government is in place. But I think next year you might start rumblings about maybe it's time to think about somebody else leading the CAQ in 2026.
Well, so David, I think you're on point on that. I think there's got to be some sort of shuffle that is imminent. And I want to ask you this to wrap up here. On the side of the Liberal Party of Quebec, the government is in trouble, but the Liberals, they don't have the leader in place. Are you of the mindset, you know what, the election's still 3 years away, plenty of time, or do you view this as missed opportunity?
Oh, totally missed opportunity. Imagine if the Liberals were in the midst of a leadership race right now, how they could take advantage of this situation. I think this was a total mistake by the Liberals. Ultimately, what can I say? They're waiting for Maura Risky to have her second child, and they want to crown her before the 26th election. That's obvious to me. And so that's what they decided to do. But unfortunately, this is a complete missed opportunity. And right now, look who's taking advantage of it. Paul Saint-Pierre Plamondon. And let's not panic. He's still not even at because did you see the poll also shows that independence isn't moving.
Oh, I know.
It's still at 35.
And it was it was a great question, by the way, because the question wasn't, do you want sovereignty, yes or no? It was two options. Sign the 1982 Constitution, new separate country, or do not know. And so 47% of Quebecers said just sign the Constitution, 34 want the country.
Yeah, and so independence not moving. So at 31, plus Saint-Pierre Plamondon still has some room to grow. Quebec Solidaire is picking up 2 points. But what it shows is that Quebecers are willing to listen to another option. And this this time now that the Liberals are stuck with Marc Tanguay as an interim leader could be time to rebuild the brand with Quebecers, rebuild the trust with Quebecers with the Liberal brand, and it's wasted time, in my opinion.
David, be well. Listeners can catch you on Friday with Montreal Now at 5:05 and on the Big Five on Mondays. Be well.
All right. Thank you. You too.